My name is Chandler Robertson. I attend Ridgeview High School, class 2022.
And obviously, it's been a little bit of a weird year with everything going on with quarantines and going to virtual learning. It just varies obviously from school to school what students are required to do in person, all kinds of stuff. So, what are your grades like currently, and how has it been trying to navigate, you know, everything going on in a kind of unprecedented year?
It's, at the beginning, it was kind of weird to me, but I've gotten used to it now. I have a 3.15 GPA. Right now I have three B's and I think two C's. So yeah.
And do you think going to virtual learning has helped in any way, or has it just kind of been, just steady? They just give you certain kinds of work. Is it affected the way the teachers kind of do things too?
I think it's at the beginning it affected, but now everybody's usually back in their classrooms doing how they would even if you were in the classrooms. But yeah, I think I learned better in the classroom than I do virtually. So
Absolutely. And
yeah.
do you think even with everything going on that you've improved in any specific subject, or maybe you started to gravitate more towards the subject and just kind of you feel like you've improved in any classes or anything?
Yeah, I definitely think I improved in Spanish because since I learned better in the classroom, it made me study more. So I had to study more for certain classes that I wouldn't usually need to study more if I was in the classroom. So definitely, I think I improved in Spanish.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish I would have taken Spanish a little more seriously, because it's a lot. It really is useful in the real world sometimes, but yeah, I wasn't the best high school student, but we're not gonna focus on that. What's your what's a favorite class or subject you have?
Favorite class would definitely have to be history. I just love like the learning about like historic sites, slavery, and what uh, people had to go through during that time. The presidents, geography. There's like a whole bunch of. That's really my subject right there. I never had a lower than a 90 and a 90 in history, so I love that class.
Awesome, man. But obviously with everything going on, a bunch of extracurricular type things have been postponed, canceled, pushed back, stopped altogether. Like it's affected a ton. But is there anything you were, or once everything gets back to normal, will be involved in outside of football, whether it be just, another sport, community service, just kind of any extracurricular type things you do?
Yeah, I definitely want to get back. I want to get a job. My mom doesn't want me to get a job right now because I'm working out, trying to get better for football. So I'm around a lot of people every day. So she wants me to social distance as much as possible. So she said when things start to go back down, she'll let me get a job. I definitely want to get a job at there's a place in the Sand Hills that I applied for. It's a retirement home where older people they could go there and if they don't want to afford it, they can't afford a house, they can go purchase an apartment there. So the lady, she said, come back when you're 18 and we'll hire you. So I definitely want to go help down there.
Awesome, man. That'd be a great deal. But getting into kind of the football side of things, when did you start playing and realize that this might be something you want to pursue at the next level?
I probably had to say ninth grade. I played football when I was younger, played tight end Mike, played time match 1 year, and then I liked it a lot, but it kind of like hurt me when the next year they said I couldn't play because I didn't meet the weight requirement. I was a big kid back then too. So they said so usually I took like 2 years off and then I played regularly. Didn't really take that too serious. Then I thought I was a basketball player. So my coach in middle school forced me to play football. I guess he saw something in me. I played my seventh grade year, my eighth grade year at Summit Parkway Middle School. And then when I saw my eighth grade year, I was like, oh, okay, I think I'm kind of good. People keep telling me, oh, if you stick to it, you can be all right. So I was like, all right, I ain't want to listen to. I still thought I was a basketball player, but kind of started taking serious my ninth grade year. Then my 10th grade year, really took it serious, and I saw like I could really like go somewhere. I really go D1 with this. So I started working harder, working on it. I stopped playing basketball and just focused on football.
Awesome. So how did you get to the position you're at now? Was it just something you know when you first started playing, you just kind of that's where you wanted to play? Is it where coaches put you, or did you start somewhere else and kind of just get moved over time? How did you end up at your position?
Really, I started out playing defensive line. I always played defensive line. Some coaches tried to make me play O line, but I told them I was like, I don't think O line is really my position. I don't like playing over there. But I told my coach, Coach Park, if the team actually like needs me to play O line, I'll play it because I'm not a selfish player. I do anything to help the team, but it's not my number one option. It's not what I really want to do. But if the team needs it, I'll go ahead and play. Last year I played O line against Rock Hill and Lexington. So
awesome. So what do you love the most about football?
just like the whole sport and like the stuff that you can learn from it outside of just like playing it. You meet people, and I'm a big fan of networking. So you meet people, and other people can introduce you to other people, other opportunities. And it's like the whole thing is like really you could just bond with people over the stuff you love doing every day. Like, yeah.
Absolutely, man. And yeah, a lot of stuff that happens, especially whether people believe it or not in recruiting and all, and so much of it is just who you know, connections, like you said, networking. So that's a great quality. But what are some personal goals? Obviously, season's wrapped up now. You've got 1 year left of high school ball, which I'm sure is weird to you. Uh,
Yes, sir.
what are some personal goals you have for the rest of this off season heading into that senior year?
I need to get my bench up to at least 450. I need squat. I need to get my squat up to 550. Really, I want to get my 40 time down to at least 4.7. I run a 4.9 right now. So I want to get that down to 4.7, 4.6. Really cutting my body fat percentage to the teens, so 11 through 19. They get that down, and I think that's really it right there. I think that's really it. Yeah.
So what's a go-to warm-up song or artist for you?
I like listening to Young Boy Never Broke Again or T Grizzly or Little Baby before the game. Usually the song I really listen to is the Smartest Intro from T Grizzly's album.
All right, okay. I have to write that one down. Every time I do these, I ask that question so I can start trying to build a playlist.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite
But
songs to get hyped to.
so what are some things you did? Obviously, with everything going on, practices were delayed or minimized. The way you practiced was a lot different. The way you were able to go work out was a lot different. So, and honestly, we didn't even know if we were going to have a season for a while there. So, what were some things you were doing to just stay not only in physical shape, but keep a good mental headspace and just stay focused on, doing what you needed to do to prepare yourself for what we hoped would be a season?
Really, I really just focused on trying to stay in shape because I never knew when the season was going to start. Never knew when we were going to have actual conditioning because they'll say days like they'll say we have conditioning this day, then they'll cancel it, and then they'll have conditioning a month from now. So you never knew when conditioning was going to start. I really lifted in the mornings and went to the field, did my conditioning every day, try to do my abs every day, push-ups, stretch out, keep it mentally. Really, I would probably say I just try to focus on getting better at myself, and I just let the school district take care of everything else. And Yeah, that's what I really did. So I ain't really focused on like if we're gonna have a season or not. So I just really was trying to get the best shape out of me, the best possible shape possible. So when the season does start, I'll be ready.
Absolutely. And so, what is football to you? Obviously, to some guys, it's for some, it's just a chance to go hit somebody and do it legally, not get in trouble for it. Some, it's just a chance to bond, create some good memories. For some, it's a chance to give themselves a better chance at a scholarship, which gives themselves a better chance at a pro career to help get family out of a situation, get themselves out of a situation, or friends. It's different between everybody. So what is it? What is football to you?
Football is everything to me. Like you said people want the chance to get a scholarship, go to pros, and help people out. That's what I do. I dream about every day, like what did I do that type of money? Because as in my situation right now, I'm really I'm blessed to be able to have the stuff I have and the family around me and support a group I have around me. But I see like my other family, they don't have as much as me, or I could do. I wish I could do more for them. So I go hard every day, and I just think about all the stuff that I could do for them if I do make it that to the high of a level. So it's just like keeps me pushing every day. So I just keep pushing myself to get better. Just thinking about them. I can't let them down. So yeah.
Absolutely, man. And obviously, when you're wanting to get better, you took a shot and came to the next level junior classic. So what was the reason for wanting to come be a part of that, and then what were some things you took away from it that maybe you didn't know going in?
I came there because I knew Coach uh, Andre Wise and Coach DeAndre Wise. They're two good men, and I knew they wanted to get every kid to a Division I school. So I knew they wouldn't lie to me, and they'd do everything in their power to get there. So, and I heard that they was going against some of the top kids are in the region and in the state. So I just wanted to go down there and showcase my talent and showcase my skills. And I took a coach. Um, Coach McCoy taught me a lot. D line coach for Team Drip taught me a lot. He pointed out the little stuff for me. Uh, the little stuff makes a big difference. But he told me like, oh, you going in run blocking, make sure you keep your feet moving. And then that was a little thing. When I did that, little things turned to big things. So and coach, um, I forgot the coach's name, but he's the older white coach that was with on Team Drip.
Oh yeah, Coach Ferguson.
Yeah, Coach Ferguson. He was very hard on me this week. He was very hard on me, but I didn't kind of like it. I kind of like it, but like I learned that it's really coaching, and they're gonna do that next level. So so I just had to take the coaching from him. Taught me a lot. He told me he believed in me. He wants years down the line to be sitting in his chair and to see on TV that yeah, I coached that kid. That's one of my kids right there. So yeah.
Absolutely, man. And just kind of going into some live stuff. Regardless of everything going on, what's an average day for you look like, just in general? What, just kind of take me through the day.
All right, average day, probably wake up around 7 o'clock. It depends if I had weightlifting training or a speed training that day. I'll probably go lift in the mornings. Come back, fix breakfast. I eat like 8 eggs, um, 2 pieces of toast, and some oatmeal with peanut butter and bananas in it. Then I'll go to school from I think 9 o'clock to 3:45. Right after school, I'll probably chill for a little minute. Then at 6 o'clock, 5:30, I'll go to St. Andrews and work out uh, with a coach named Coach Patrick. He's a ex power lifter, so I'll work out with him. Come back, fix dinner. Um, Probably chill for a little minute before I go to sleep. Stretch out. Stretching is important. Uh, Stretch out, roll out, and use the massage gun on my legs and all the sore muscles I have. Then wake up the next day and start all over again.
Good deal. So when you're looking at potential colleges or football programs, what are you looking for in each one individually? Like college wise, I'm sure you want something, with a major that you're interested in. But are you like a big town or big city, small town? What are you kind of looking for in the college aspect of things, and then also in the football program side of things, whether it be a coaching staff that's accessible on and off the field, that they want to get to know you just as
Mhm.
much off the field as they do on it. Nice facilities. What are you looking for in each of those things?
I'm looking for somebody that really wants me to come into their football program, really thinks I can help them. Um, if I had a chance to play anywhere, I definitely would play at South Carolina because I want to stay home, so my family doesn't have to travel a long distance to come to my games. Um, in the academic aspect, I think South Carolina is a good business school. I seen that I got good business ratings, so I want to be an entrepreneur when uh when I do get older. Um, and they have a nice facility, and they just hired a new coach. So I think they're going down the right path. So that's that's really like what I look for and where like the program is going. So I don't want to be a part of a program that's uh, downward spiraling or uh, about to downward spiral. I want to be a part of something that's going to be great, especially like schools like Coastal. Coastal is definitely going up from right here. So that's what I look for.
And what do you think currently sets you apart? Obviously, especially with everything going on, that's affected the way recruiting's done. A lot of these guys are given that extra year of eligibility. Transfers can just transfer right away and play right away for 1 year at least. So it's affecting the way scholarships are going to be
Mhm.
offered and the number of scholarships that can be offered. FCS hasn't even had a season yet. So some of those coaches don't know if they're going to get players back or if they're going to have players leave. They don't know how many scholarships are going to be available. So obviously a lot of things are just, up in the air right now. So the biggest thing for recruits, especially 2022, is just stand out now, like get ahead. And, what do you think stands out or sets you apart right now that a coach would look at you and say, all right, this is the guy that I want to invest one of these scholarships in?
I think I work hard. I really work hard. I want to be the best player as possible. Um, let me think. I think what separates me is just really my work ethic. I'm not gonna cheat anybody from anything. I don't like handouts. I like work for everything I get. Um, football IQ I think is up there, is way up there. Um, on the field, I just try to go after the ball. In my speed is some things. Sometimes when the guy is bigger than me or stronger than me, I think my speed sometimes helps a lot. And you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I really think like my work ethic is really like what separates me. Really, I think it's a lot.
Hey,
I
that's
think yeah,
that's a
it's a
big
lot.
deal. It's a big deal, man. Coaches want that. They want that work ethic and they want you to compete in everything. Class, life, football. Just
Yeah,
you got a good work ethic and you compete, that those will set you apart over a lot of guys, even if they're 5-star athletes. They ain't got work ethic, if they don't compete, most coaches don't want nothing to do with them. So definitely two good qualities to have.
yeah.
And just to wrap everything up, kind of is just that simple question. I'm sure you've seen before that a lot of people have, talked about, and it's just something that everybody needs to know because it affects the way you work. And that's simply just, what is your why?
But my why?
Yes, sir.
You said why I play football? All right. My why is just like I said earlier. It's not about me. It's about what I can do for others. Uh, when I'm playing on the field, it's just not. It's like I want this. I want to. I'm going hard to get a scholarship. Going hard trying to make it to the NFL. But then again, it's bigger. It's bigger than me. It's what other people. What I could do for other people. I I don't I don't like looking or what I could do this or that like for myself. So if I get a D1 scholarship, it's for my mama, so she don't have to pay money to give me to school. It's for it's a better opportunity for me to go to the NFL and get millions of dollars, not for me, but to help other people that are in need of stuff that they can't afford and better their lives. So it's just like uh, the why is just really for them. Is I play the game for them and to help them out. So it's not about me. I feel like it's not about me.